evening, everyone, and welcome along to another RWA Productions Live. This is episode 9 this season, and so far we have 2 appearances for Lewis Yorkwick. This is third one. Good evening, Lewis.
Good evening.
Say hello, everyone. Benny, say hello.
Hi.
There's Ben Allison just on the right-hand bottom, and always with me, the special guest, Paul Wilson. Say good evening, everyone, Paul.
Good evening, everybody. Hope you're doing all right.
Yeah. So there's a lot to get through in this channel this evening. Sunderland versus Burnley. We've got a Newcastle guest on, so we'll be talking about his views of Tottenham Hotspur at the weekend. So, and we might as well talk about the previous game at home to Everton as well when they won 1-0. So, two games in 4 days. They won.
You know, for a laugh, Brad, should we just start with Newcastle the way our game went at the weekend?
Yeah, we might as well just start with it. Right. To be fair, I have never ever done this before on this channel. I am actually going to start with the Newcastle side first. So, Lewis York, take it away. How did Newcastle start against Tottenham Hotspur on Sunday afternoon? First game we're going to talk about.
Yeah. Obviously, the first 30 minutes we were not playing that great. Spurs were on top, but then on the 31st minute, Lloris ran out, missed the ball. He did get the ball, but he ran into Wilson, went down. Wilson got back up, shot, goal, and obviously all the Spurs players were absolutely raging. It's a foul. Went to VAR. Nothing. And then the check for handball was not a handball, and the goal stood. But then like 9 minutes later, Miguel Amor, or as we just call Miggy, scored. Like Lloris kicked it out. Longstaff got the ball, headed it to Miggy. Miggy ran and scored. And then obviously we were 2-0 up at half time. Then if you watch it on Sky Sports, the heavens absolutely opened at half time. It was torrential downpour and there was a thunderstorm in the area.
One of my friends was down there actually at that game.
Yes. And you guys were taking off shirts and just waving it around us, because that's what we do from probably some supporters would have done that as well. It was absolutely chucking it down. But then obviously, they scored from a corner, and that was pretty much it for the rest of the game. We've won 2-1. We're sitting 4th in the league. The last time we did that was in the 2012 season.
Right, the question is here, because you're obviously in the Europe spots, because you're 4th in the table, do you think you will keep that substantial run going? What do you think?
It just depends on, because the benefit is at least we don't have any players going to the World Cup. That might play in our benefit. But the only thing is, we got two players out at the minute. That's ASM, Allenton Maximum, and Alexander Isak. Because obviously we obviously have a good team in there, but we haven't got a good reserve team, the players who can come on from the bench and that. But let's see if we obviously the benefit is if we can keep in the top 10, basically between 4th and 7th, we'll obviously have that thing to get played in January when the January transfer window opens. And obviously the push on to get into Europe.
Well, I've always thought that you would be in for a shout. I've always thought you would be in for a Europe shout this season because you have been quite well this season.
The thing is, we only lost 1 game of the season, but that's controversial against Liverpool when there was 5 minutes added on and scored in the 98th minute.
Yeah.
So it's Aston Villa have a new manager, Uriah Emery.
Yes. Well, actually, he was one of our managers who we tried to get.
Yeah. So we go on to Everton on this Wednesday night before that, the fixture before that. Were you there at that game, Lewis? I thought you would have been.
Yeah, I go to every home game.
I knew you would. I knew
We
you would.
both were. We both were at the game
Yeah,
at the start.
You were there as well.
No, he works. See, look, I'm not going to show them the other side, but Ben knows what this is.
Oh,
It's his season ticket,
Yeah, my season ticket.
it's his season ticket.
and he
Might
nearly,
sell
and he's
them
had
on
a couple
somewhere.
of, and he's had a couple of panics before. It won't blooming work.
Yeah, it's one of those, but it's one of those things. Like, but obviously, when we play Everton, it's like it's not a derby, but Newcastle fans take it as a derby because obviously we're picked for playing and goal for Everton. Used to play, obviously used to play for yous. We just take the absolute piss out of them, pretty much. But if you ever saw on Facebook or Twitter, there's a Newcastle fan dressed up as like a dinosaur running in the Gallagher end with a flag running up and down.
Oh,
I'll say no.
I've seen this a few times.
But,
How dare they?
but obviously, it's one of those things. We just obviously it's a joke and that. Obviously, we hate him when he plays against us. When he plays for England, we love him. It's one of those things.
It's like mine, mate. You either love it or hate it.
Nice,
Exactly.
man. Nice seeing
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. But obviously, I can't put obviously Newcastle fans saying, "Oh, Champions League, we're going to get it," but I don't think we might. I think we might just finish out of the Champions League spot.
And I've
Yeah.
just recognised Ben Allison's got his South Shields rugby top on. I've just recognised it there.
Yeah, he has.
Are you a rugby fan, Ben, as well as a football fan?
I actually play for them.
Do you? Check you
Yeah.
out. Check you out. Do you
Now
have
Lewis has got.
Oh, he's got his cap on as well. Lewis York's got his cap on. What's going on?
Yeah.
And I've got my little Halloween spider hanging out.
Like, only reason I got this on because obviously I watch Formula One as well.
Yeah. So we actually turned to the Sunderland side now.
Do we have to, Brad?
Paul Wilson goes to the left.
Do we have to?
Well, I'm going to read the
Yeah.
statement out first from Burnley, what they've had to say. So,
Oh,
they've actually put a club statement out on October the 24th yesterday, and they've said, Burnley Football Club strongly condemn the unacceptable behaviour of items being thrown by some of our supporters at our match against Sunderland on the 22nd of October. The incident happened during the first half at the Stadium of Light in accordance with Sunderland safety procedures. The match was halted and a big screen message and PA announcement followed. We are aware that an 8-year-old child was injured as a result of an object being thrown. Such behaviour is completely unacceptable and will be not tolerated by Burnley Football Club. An investigation on this disappointing incident is ongoing, and anyone caught throwing objects will be liable to a banning order. The club will not let the actions of any individual spoil effect or jeopardise the employment of all supporters who have been magnificent all season. We offer our sincere apologies to Sunderland Football Club and to any supporters who may be affected by this on the weekend.
that statement has actually came from their owner. You can
Yes.
tell.
Yeah, it's actually come from their owner. And what do you think of items getting thrown at kids and all that, Paul? It's really disgusting, isn't it? The way fans are doing this to people.
Go on, Lewis.
Go on, Lewis.
Fair enough if you don't throw that's the thing when you go to grounds now, away fans always get searched and that before they go into the ground. How the hell even the search, for example, if they buy a bottle of pop, why not when they buy a bottle of pop, instead of giving the bottle with the lid on, take the lid off and say, there you go.
That's what they do at Wembley.
And they do that. They used to do that gated. Because remember that Ben actually used to take the lids off and gated now and again. But as an idiot child, I think that's what Burnley should do. You know, when Burnley plays Sunderland at Burnley, give that family hospitality tickets at Burnley.
That's what I think should happen. Really, I totally agree
Even
with you on that one.
even though I'm Newcastle supporter, I think that family should get hospitality tickets at Burnley to say sorry
Well
for
said.
this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
well said. Well, it's an Islo. What was actually thrown, from what I heard, it was actually a vape that was actually thrown from the north upper.
it was.
It
Yes,
actually hit. It actually hit that child.
it
That
did.
could have burned the child.
It could have
I
been.
think the child actually got hurt. Because that got reported, I think, to the police. I think.
And it wasn't just vapes thrown, it was coins thrown and everything on Saturday apparently as well. It was coins getting thrown down at the north stand from the upper stand. So
Yeah, because one of them actually hit the pitch. That's why the players had to be moved.
I just
Were you
think,
sitting in the north stand, were you, Brad? Were you anywhere near that?
no, I sit in the south stand, I sit on the opposite side. So I'm all good. But I feel sorry for the people sitting in the north stand because Lauren Kenny and my man Mistakes sit over there. So I feel sorry for them really. But
Well, actually, Lauren Kenny apparently emailed the club after the game
mhm,
about what happened because apparently the Red and White Army has spoke to Sunderland because
mhm.
they're not happy that there's no netting up there.
This is what
Yeah,
we need.
something needs to be put. Netting.
Because obviously at Sheffield, is it Sheffield United? Yeah, Sheffield United have netting.
I know that's what they have. Sheffield United have netting. I've seen it before when I went down to their ground.
Yeah, it could be like, for example, see objects getting thrown. It could be even worse at St James because if level people like the way fans are throwing from level 7, it's going to be like a rocket like landing on supporters.
Exactly.
So it doesn't really help because there's a section where one of my mates sits now and again. It's a wheelchair area. Like literally, if they throw it, it's going to land on the metal thing. It's going to make a loud noise or injure or even like it could injure or kill somebody. Literally, it could actually kill like even though it could kill somebody. This is like that. It's like I think if Burnley do it again at another away ground, ban the away fans for a bit to punish them.
Yeah. And also, things weren't just thrown at them. After the game, there was a serious hell-on fight outside the ground as well. That two people, I'm not going to mention who they were because Joey Boy 29. If you go and subscribe to his channel, you'll actually see it on there. Two people, on there, two Burnley fans, not mentioning who I've just said, try to attack either a 12-year-old or a 14-year-old somewhere in Sunderland after the game.
I think it was a 14-year-old outside of
The
the Hilton Hotel.
Yeah, it was outside the Hilton Hotel, outside the stadium, just outside of it.
As you're saying,
And it was actually outside the Colliery Tavern because it's on somebody's Giles's channel. Giles's.
I witnessed that actually.
Well, it's outside the Hilton Hotel, the Colliery Tavern side of it, so it was outside of there, that side of it.
Well, actually, there was some of our fans attacking. I'm not sure what it was, but I went to Michael Bowser's house after the game,
Uh-huh.
and actually some of our fans were even fighting with each other as well after the game.
Bloody hell.
as you were saying, like how objects are being thrown. I'm going to go back to the Newcastle game with played Everton. The
Yeah,
Everton
go back.
supporter, like the Everton supporters were actually throwing fireworks at the Newcastle supporters after the game.
This can't be happening.
Because obviously when we play Everton, because obviously games are categories like blah 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 blah. When we play Everton, it's a category A game when there's like tons of police. Let's say for example we play youths or youth players. Like, that'd be a category A game. Obviously reasons and that. Like,
That should be a Burnley game, should be category A.
I think that should be the case now. If there's, let's say, you're Burnley playing Sunderland, that should be a category A game. But that means that if that's the thing, let's say, if we still in the Championship next season, and Burnley don't go up, and if we play Everton the same day, that they can't do that because obviously they need like quite a lot of police. They might change your game to the day before or the day later, and have the police officers stay over. Because obviously when we play, obviously we get police officers from Yorkshire and that. Sometimes actually they come from Manchester and that as well.
Mhm.
Well, actually, though, there was loads of police actually at the game because
Yeah,
there was
well-
actually there were actually in the home end as well, but there was a kind of few up in the way end. I noticed.
Actually, there was a few up in the upper stand. I've seen them. I've seen a few.
Yeah, because there was a lot of stewards up there. Because I'm not sure how many fans they brought up, but it looked like they actually filled out the full away stand. But what I'm surprised, I know Burnley have done out the statement, but Sunderland have said nothing, which I'm really surprised. With Burnley putting out that statement, Sunderland have not even thought about making a statement.
Yeah, maybe they don't want to do it until they get proper evidence of the CCTV cameras.
Yeah. So going back to Saturday night, Saturday afternoon, sorry. Do you think KLD should put netting up, Paul? Do you think he should get his money out and start doing this? Because the next away game against Cardiff, the next home game against Cardiff, sorry, if these away fans come up and just throw things down again and again and again, it's going to cause more trouble, isn't it? So
I don't think it'd be KLD that'll put the netting up. I actually think it'd be Steve Davison that'll put that netting up there.
Steve Davison.
I think it will be.
Mm-hmm.
Why can't the EFL do it?
So do you think Steve Davison's going to do it then? Do you think he will do
Well,
it?
I hope so, because the Red White Army is not happy with the club whatsoever. You know that they went straight in the meeting with the club after the game.
Mhm. Right,
So I actually hope there's netting up there before Cardiff.
Oh, let's see. Like I'm saying, if it happens again? Why can't the EFL do it? And
Right.
like,
What I'm gonna do, right? If I do it again, I'm gonna set up an RWA production sort of group thing, and we can all get in touch with this thingy, SEFC, and we'll see if we can get it sorted out together as a group. We'll see. If we
No,
can get
I think it's already happened once. It happened against Coventry.
it happened
So
against
that's the second.
So
Okay.
there's low Ben, and I know it happened in this league, but going back in League One as well, it's
Portsmouth.
actually happened.
I remember Portsmouth games, coins were thrown, the flares were coming down.
Yeah, Portsmouth was tossing flares at our supporters.
Do you want to? Do you want to take it up to the club or not?
Sheffield United as well away. I've seen a few flares getting thrown on the pitch as well. It's absolutely disgusting, man. This just needs to all stop.
Mind you, I was pleased that the club did say something at the game.
Yeah, I'm glad as well, to be fair.
yeah, like for example, like because if players getting thrown to the pitch, it could actually burn the players. Like
It could.
Because they say, I can remember what happened to one time to a goalkeeper. A goalkeeper was in goal. A flare bullet exploded and went into the keeper's eyes, and obviously that game got absolutely abandoned totally. And they had to play the game like 2 days later behind closed doors.
Yeah, I think the ref noticed it on Saturday because, well, he was the one that told the players actually to move. Well, not just, well, the Burnley players were okay, but our players weren't.
Like,
He actually moved them.
if it's going to keep happening, why not say it? This is going to keep happening. The games are going to be played behind closed doors. End of.
But the thing is, I wouldn't be surprised if the fourth official has actually put that in his report. I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised either, to be fair.
Why can't they, that you used to do in the Champions League and like when they had the fifth official on the goal, have somebody there or have like a referee undercover, like behind the advertising boards, and that if he still have the microphone, like what referees do and that. Why can't they have somebody there if it keep happening? Saying right to the referee, stop the game, and it's keep happening. Saying have a report and that, and say if it's keep happening, the games are going to be played behind closed doors. I know that won't please many fans, but proves the point.
Yeah, but what the thing is, with the referees we've got in this league, Lewis, they're not like that. Even Brad will tell you, the referees we've had this season, they're not like that.
Yeah.
No, not like that. Like your Tim Robinsons you had on Saturday. You've had your that terrible goalkeeper against what was it again last week? Against
That ref against Craig Paulson against Blummin Blackburn.
I do agree with Craig Paulson. He's one of the worst referees in the world.
He actually watched a game last night. I think it was a West Ham game he refed last night.
Yeah, Premier League game last night.
Yeah.
Like, what is the thing? Like, that's the thing. Because you remember when one referee got loads of decisions wrong, the Premier League relegated him to the Championship.
Mhm.
So, like, you have to play in the Championship for about 2 weeks, and then if you're good enough, you get back to the Premier League. But
When's the Cardiff game?
The 5th of November, bonfire night. Ben.
Oh,
Ben,
Okay.
you got an option. Are you going to go and watch Skater play in the first round of the FA Cup, or go and watch Sunderland play?
No, I might go and watch. Oh, she's away.
Yeah. Lewis, why would I go and watch
Hello,
South Shields? We're on telly, Gateshead or not?
I know they are.
What can you say about that?
Well, the
No.
South Shields boys that will make some noise. I'm sorry, I've got that song stuck in my head. Oh, just happened there in the background. Crazy man. So, Saturday afternoon, we'll have to go through this. It's finished, unfortunately. Sunderland had a 2-0 goal up lead before half time, and I don't know what happened in the second half. We just kind of stumped off.
The players crumbled, didn't they?
We crumbled like Sunderland apple crumbled in the second half. What Newcastle fans will post. But they finished Sunderland 2, Burnley 4 at the Stadium Light on Saturday afternoon. Goals from Dan Neil and Ahmad in the first half. And in the second half, there was a goal from
Yeah, like
Burnley's goals, who they scored
they
again. Get the Burnley.
had 4 different scorers, by the way.
Yeah, they had 4 different scorers up.
Here's something. Why does Newcastle fans have obsessed with Sunderland games?
Oh.
That's the question and a half, Ben.
What's the answer?
I tell you why, because obviously we used to, as a joke, only that's why I actually watched something to I die. On Netflix. And
So the goals came from Nathan Tiller, one came from Benson, one came from Zazuri, and one came from Brownhill. So
Josh Brownhill.
Josh Brownhill, that's the man.
As I was saying, why Newcastle fans have an obsession with New Sunderland? Because since our Netflix documentary came out, we just laugh because the score. Because obviously, if Sunderland play at the same time as Newcastle, like that, the TV screen will have the tell you to go right, moving on to the Championship now. Bloody blah. Let's do for example. Let's go like Sunderland 1, Blackpool 4, for example. Look, I go, hey, like laugh. We just do laugh.
No wonder your fans keep coming to our stadium then. No wonder.
Lewis has just reminded us something. There is going to be another Netflix series.
Oh, is there?
Just 2 episodes low.
Oh, even worse, isn't it?
So, Paul, what was your thoughts on the 4-2 loss on Saturday? Come on. Take this
First half, I was actually happy with. Second half, what on earth did Tony Mowbray tell the players?
Where you have to grab off the game.
What did he tell them second half?
Go. I can't say to me point. This is go out, do your work, and get a kebab after the game.
No. To be honest, second half, I was calling for Bailey Wright to come on the pitch.
I thought
That's
it's half
how
time.
bad it was.
I thought it's half time myself. I think we had to start Bailey Wright in the second half. I had to bring him on because he's a game changer when he comes on.
Yeah, because we had a night about it. During the week, Tony Mowbray was like, "Oh, we've got no height." I'm like, Bailey Wright is on the bench.
Bailey Wright's just sat there on the bench. He's experienced as well, by the way, Mowbray. He's not non-experienced. He's got experience with the club. He's had
There's either one or two things. he's either fell out with him. I hope
Yes.
he hasn't, but could there be personal issues
There
with
could be
Bailey Wright?
there could be personal issues because his wife's just had a premature baby as well, not long ago. So it could be because of that reason as well.
And he's going to the World Cup with Australia.
Yeah, but
And talking about babies and that, Bruno Guimaraes, the Newcastle player, like he played against Spurs, but he had a baby like before the Spurs game. He only had like his fiance only had a baby 2 days ago before the game. And he said in the interview after the game he hasn't slept for 2 days, and he's still. That's the performance he pulls out with no sleep for 2 days as well. He's really brilliant when he's like fully awake and that.
yeah, sorry guys, I didn't forget to mention the live chat is open, so if you want to have your say, you can have your say through the live chat. Like and subscribe to the channel throughout. We got 2 people watching at the moment.
Oh, Rita Acacia.
All right, Paul Acacia says,
Hello, Acacia.
and she goes, "What is viewed away? Can't wait for it, Paul."
Yeah, I can't wait.
But
I actually hope we beat them, actually.
But she goes, "I'll see you next Saturday at the match against Cardiff as well."
Yep.
Bradley, if you ever go
Get
to
lost,
a game-
Ben. Acacia says,
Whoa.
If you ever go to a
Whoa,
game, Bradley, you should do a
"I'm
match
sorry,
vlog.
I'm gonna say it."
Like, like a match vlog. You should
Yeah, I'll
do
talk to you after the stream, Acacia, about this thing. Right, all right. We don't want any fights in this podcast, so yeah,
I was just saying hello.
leave them till after, guys, because I don't want my podcast going downhill. For two at the weekend. First half we played brilliant. Second half played very poor, very bad. I think Tony Mowbray said at half time, "Hey lads, just go to sleep for the other 45 minutes. It's totally all right. Burnley's not going to dominate
Place
us.
that up.
We're not going to score. We're not even going to do anything." I thought Sunderland would 2-0 up because I know we were going to win the game, but they really didn't because Vincent Kompany's side, I think, Burnley, I think he had a good talk with him at half time and go, "Oh, we'll have to change this up."
Come on, lads, you can do it.
Like, come on, lads. Second half came out, they were a totally different side.
Well, I noticed at the first half, Vincent Company actually was kicking off on the touchline. He wasn't happy with that first half.
Oh, he wasn't. He was not. One little bit. So our next fixtures is on the 29th of this month against Luton Town. Just to remember, guys, we have got a guest coming on next week, which is Luton Town T-Boys TV. So he'll be coming on next week to give you a little introduction and everything like that. So, yeah. But we're going to go over to Paul and think what he's going to see on the Luton game next week. What do you think of the game against Luton, Paul? Down at Kenilworth Road.
Well, actually, like I put in the chat, they've actually got a sickness bug.
I have, yeah.
So could that actually play in our hands at the weekend? You know, that they've been missing a kind of few players with that sickness bug. Plus, the good side, Ellis Sims actually was in training today. He's back available for the weekend.
Yeah, Ellis Sims as well. He's trained as well with the lads today. So,
Did anybody go to the open training session today?
No, but I've seen photographs. The thing is, actually, a lot of Lyndon. What I kind of get, Lyndon Gooch missed the game at the weekend. Fair enough. He didn't train today.
wait, hold on, what? What did you say, Paul?
You know,
Gooch
because
didn't train today.
Lyndon Gooch didn't actually train today. Apparently.
Did he not?
Mm-mm.
I'm going to go for 8 o'clock because I have to cook me tea.
That's all right, though. So you just get yourself away anytime you need to. We'll be staying on the 1:15 anyway because we're 15 minutes delayed to start with anyway, so you can head off.
Like we
No.
You talk about your games, and then I talk about our game coming up, and then I head off.
Yeah. So,
One thing I'm going to say, though, after that game at the weekend, I saw a fan saying, Tony Mowbray, get out of the club. Come on, it's a bit too early.
It's far too early for these kind of things to be said. Like, come on. He's had I think he's had 10 games in or so, like 11 games in. And I know he's drawing, I know he's only 2 out
If
of
that
the
fan
league.
is listening, I'm just going to say this actually, but if Tony Mowbray did go, which he's not anyway, but if he did go, who would you bring in? I'm going to put that out there.
Stephen
Who
Gerrard.
would you bring in if Tony Mowbray went? Who would you get in?
Gerrard.
Lewis.
I agree with Lewis. then.
Stephen Gerrard would not come in as head coach.
Stephen Gerrard.
No chance. No chance.
You know that rugby
Oh? Who's
So
on?
me winning.
It
Oh,
was
sure, Joe. Bye, Ben.
All right, there's some vibrating.
By the way, it seemed it was a joke, by the way.
Gerrard wouldn't come to Gerrard wouldn't come to the championship.
We could easily get what's his face in? Carlos Coburn, but he's went to West Brom. He's going to West Brom tonight.
If Tony Mowbray went, I would actually go after Blackpool's ex-manager.
What, Neil Critchley?
Yeah, I think he would work. I think he would get the best out of Embo.
Yeah, I think you'll get the best out of
And
Bolton and throw Ballard as well, because Ballard used to play under him as well.
I've just seen the bloody referee for Saturday Power game.
Who's your referee? Is it Craig Pawson? If it's Craig Pawson,
No, Paulton.
Never heard of him.
let's have a look what our referee is called. Let's have a look. Show have a little search.
Bloomin' hate it when I had to answer the phone. That's why I came up.
Yeah.
I'm actually saying who ours is, Brad.
Oh,
I actually hope it is a decent ref. If
Who
not, I'm gonna have a look now. EFL, you better give us a decent ref. James Linton is our referee at the weekend.
James Linton.
I don't think we've actually had him before.
I now have no idea.
Just give him a chance. You don't know what he's like.
Yeah, well, mate,
Could be even worse.
could be worse than Craig Pawson.
Like, but hang on, in the championship, at least you don't have fucking VAR.
I don't want VR.
VAR can
I
suck
don't
my
want it.
VAR can go and suck my hairy fucking cheesy toenail. I don't fucking care.
Oh my god.
And you ignore Neil. Actually, you can suck your bad toe, can't they?
So, we've got our next game coming up against Luton, Paul. How do you think this one's going to work out, anyways? We're going to win. Do you think we're going to get beat?
I don't know, because I think we'll turn it around somehow.
Score prediction.
I usually give score prediction actually when the team comes out.
That's cheating.
I'm going to go.
Yeah, because Tony Mowbray hasn't done his press conference out yet, so
Like even as I said, I'm going to go. Even though I'm Newcastle, but I'm going to go 2-1 Sunderland.
What? It's actually on Sunderland? What? What could you just say? 2-1 Sunderland? Wow.
Yeah.
it's on video as well.
It's live.
Yeah.
It's live.
I'm actually going for the same score prediction that I said to Brad earlier.
What, 3-1?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Obviously,
3-1.
Ben Allison, we'll head over to you. What do you think the score prediction is going to be in the corner? Left-hand corner.
3-1. There you go. 3-1.
3-1, Timbers, Paul.
Brad, what's your?
You know what? Let's make it a hat trick. We'll go 3-1 as well. Why not? We'll go 3-1 Sunderland.
They want Sunderland. But I think you might get a 90th minute winner.
90th minute winner from a 1-1 draw.
What's the score going to be at St James's Park?
So Lewis, this is when we go over here now. Newcastle at St James's Park. La 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 la. Against Aston Villa.
No!
Aston Villa.
Aston Villa will have their new manager as well then.
But hang on, this report's going out. He's not going to be on the touchline.
Is he not?
No.
Oh.
Because obviously,
I know what I'm going to go for.
go on, Ben.
Newcastle United 1, Aston Villa 3.
Oh.
Look at Lewis's face when you said that.
Go on, Paul. What's your Newcastle versus Aston Villa score prediction? Oh, yeah. Might as well. I'll put you on the spot here, haven't you?
You're right.
From Aston Villa playing the Sunderland squad.
I actually know a Newcastle fan as well, and if he's listening to this, he'd be like, "Come on, Paul, put Newcastle to win. Come on." You're going to draw 1-1.
I'll take a 1-1 draw. Go on, Brad.
You know what? I'm actually going to give you love instead of hate for once. I'm going to say Newcastle 2-0.
You take that.
We'll take that all right, look.
I'm going to go 3-0.
Yeah, 2-0, 3-0, 1-1 draw, and 3-1 Aston Villa. Right, we'll see what happens on Saturday. It turns around.
The reason I think we might win, because plus we've got the crowd behind us, we just come off like a 2-win win. But beat Spurs, what's like a top 4 team. Plus we're playing at home, we've got the crowd behind us as well.
Yeah.
Do you not think the Aston Villa supporters will be behind? Fair enough, the manager won't take the game, but the Aston Villa supporters will be behind the team.
Yeah, it's going to be tough, but there's 50 inside the ground at least.
Right, this is a question for Ben Allison, because I think he's a South Shields supporter as well as a Sunderland supporter and a Newcastle supporter here. So, South Shields versus
He
Forest
supports
Green.
everybody.
Yeah, he supports
Definitely South Shields versus Warrington Town in the FA Trophy on Saturday.
What are you going for that one then?
Shields 2-1 to get through to the next round.
Shields 2-1, okay. Do you think
And I might even say a sneaky 2-1 win in the FA Cup. We're live on telly. We've got to go work the underdogs. Why not? Against Forest Green Rovers.
You know what? If it's live, it's live on TV, isn't it? I might give that a watch. 12 o'clock kick off.
BBC One.
Yeah, I'm going to give that a watch.
I'll be watching that before the Cardiff game.
I'll be going to the Gator game.
But Lewis, what? Go on then. What's the Stevenage score going to be, Lewis?
I think Stevenage is going to win.
What, against Gateshead?
Yeah, in the FA Cup.
3-2 Stevenage.
Unfortunately, I'm going to go 4-1 Stevenage.
I think it's going to be tight. I think it's going to be a tight one.
Yeah, obviously I'm going to head off because there could be tea.
Yeah, Lewis, you can head off now, mate.
Well,
Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, if you need me, just message me and that.
Yeah, no problem, Lewis. Thank you for coming on. It's been a pleasure. Good night, Lewis.
Yeah, see you later, Lewis.
Good night, Lewis. So, we'll go down to Huddersfield as well on next Wednesday night against.
Oh, yes.
We have.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes, says Paul Wilson. We have a few ex-players who used to play for Huddersfield who plays for our team now. We've got my favourite player. We've got Alex Pritchard against Huddersfield. So, Paul, what do you think? Do you think Alex Pritchard will score against Huddersfield and make this his first goal of the season for us?
Yeah, I think he will. Sounds good as well, actually. Huddersfield is.
I hope he does. Fingers crossed. I hope he does.
Saying Huddersfield's actually on Sky as well.
It's on the red button, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Which I'm
Yeah.
actually going down.
So when's the Huddersfield game?
Second, next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday.
I think you
It's
should
a
do the on a
7:45
Tuesday.
kickoff.
No, because we're not going live until next Thursday, Ben. We're getting these out of the way first and getting these
Okay.
next Thursday. That's what we're going to do. We're going live on the 3rd of November. That's the next time we're going live, which is a Thursday night.
Could you put a schedule in the group chat, then you know when you're going live?
Yes, I'll tell you what, I'll do that next. Once I've finished this show, I'll put a schedule in and I'll put it in the group.
I don't even know what I said to Acacia. I was just saying hello to her.
Yeah. Well, Acacia can be sometimes, I don't know, but
I was just trying to be pleasant.
yeah, it's just gotta be. Because I think she's got so much things going on at the moment. She's got family issues and stuff, what she doesn't want to raise.
Okay.
So yeah. So Huddersfield Town, Paul, what's your score prediction? Mark Forvenham. Forvenham. I can't pronounce his name.
Oh, I'm going to have to do what Lewis has done and leave yous to. It's a battle.
All right, then, Jonathan.
Oh. Well, usually when I go to away games with Bowers or anybody, we usually win. So,
Come on, Paul. Put one on this boss. Come on, we'll win you. Come on.
2-1 Black Hats. That's my prediction before I go.
Sunderland's going to take over Huddersfield. And I'm going to go with 3-0 Sunderland.
Come on.
Alex Pritchard,
That's
Ellis
good.
Sims,
Ellis Sims. Jack Clark. Do you think he's going to get one?
Jack Clark, or Patrick Roberts.
Robert Clark.
Yeah, because Roberts is currently still out, unfortunately.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he picked up a knock at the weekend. That's why he didn't play.
Was he not in training today? I thought he was in training this afternoon. That's because it's what I saw photos of him in training.
Yeah, I think he was, but the club done a signing session this afternoon with the players as well.
Yeah, they've done a signing session, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. I've actually met a lot of the Sunderland players in the past.
What you say?
So I've met a lot of the Sunderland players in the past.
Have you?
Yeah, even previous managers. Coleman I met. Big Sam Allardyce I actually met. Sam Allardyce actually was at that time. Actually, he brought his own book out, and he was in Waterstones in the Bridges.
Oh,
And I went along and I actually met Big Sam.
wow. Amazing. Amazing how things can happen there. Right. So, guys, I think we might as well just end it now because we're not going to talk 15 minutes. There's nothing else to talk about, really, because we've covered everything. So, right, guys, we'll wrap this up. So, from me, myself, and Paul Wilson, say goodbye to everyone, Paul.
See you next week.
We will see you next Thursday, the 3rd of November. Stay tuned. Love yous and leave yous. Goodbye for now.